NKTelco Sports presented by Grand Lake Health. We are here at Elida Fieldhouse to bring you girls basketball regional final action where the Wayne Trace Raiders will take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is being brought to you by American Trim, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gem, Precision Strip, Schwieterman Pharmacies, New Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Schwieterman Incorporated, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry, our fine sponsors here at Elida Fieldhouse for regional final action between the Wayne Trace Raiders and the Minster Wildcats. Along with Dave Helmstetter, I'm Dave Kanapke. Wayne Trace Raiders, 22-4 overall. They advanced here with a win over Kalida by 25 points on Thursday night. This is their first ever appearance in the regional finals. The Minster Wildcats, the more experienced team, 21-5 overall, number 8th ranked on the season. They knocked off a very good Toledo Christian school on Thursday night. They are looking for their 3rd straight trip to this state tournament. Dave, this could be an interesting matchup between these two schools.
Tournament experience, boy, you hit it right on the head there, Dave. That's an interesting point of tonight's game. Minster, lots of tournament experience, going for their 3rd straight state tournament appearance. They've just coming off the heels of 5 straight district championships and looking for 5 regional championships already. So you've got a tremendous, deposit of tradition on Minster. On the other hand, you look at Wayne Trace, and they win the Green Meadows Championship with an unbeaten record. They knock off Fairview and win the title there. The boys team is also in the tournament, or just ousted earlier today. But for Wayne Trace, as you said, it's the first regional appearance in a final game ever. So a big contrast there. But I think what the fans ought to really be excited about is we're going to see tonight 2 of the top players in the Northwest Ohio, and maybe 2 of the best players in the state of Ohio. You've got Ivy Wolf, Player of the Year in the MAC, all Ohio, just a tremendous athlete for the Minster Wildcats. Anybody that watched this junior play, she averages about a little less than 20 points per game, just an outstanding athlete, outstanding basketball player. And on the other hand, you also have an outstanding player in Claire Sin, who was also a first-team All-Northwest Ohio player. She averages about 16 points, leads the team in rebounding. Nice stats all the way through, so it should be a great game for fans to watch, to see these 2 players compete here in the regional championship game. But as we like to say, it's the others in the 2 teams' lineups. What will happen is outside the 2 main players, what will take place and who will step up and be in center stage tonight here in Elida.
See what happens. 22-4 Wayne Trace, 21-5 Minster Wildcats for a trip to state. We'll be back with the starting lineups from return on NKTelco Sports.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a 3rd-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpaugh, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to the regional final here at the Lyda Fieldhouse. First ever meeting between these schools, Minster and Wayne Trace. Minster's tournament trail, they won over Parkway 57-23. They defeated Marion Local by 10. They defeated New Knoxville by 9, and they defeated Toledo Christian 58-50. Dave, Wayne Trace, their path included some opponents that Minster played already.
That's correct. They knocked off first in the tournament North Central 51-17. Antwerp and Ottoville. Ottoville, a team that the Wildcats had played and also had scored a victory. And then, of course, to get here, they had to beat Kalida, and they did it convincingly, 53-28. That's a team that the Wildcats did lose to in overtime, 48-46.
Starting lineups here brought to you by American Trim. That's Claire Sin, number 2. She's District 7 Player of the Year. And there's the two-time MAC Player of the Year, Ivy Wolf, averaging 19 points a game. Next up for the Raiders, number 10, Miriam Sin, averages just under 9 points a game. All right, for the Wildcats, Avery Wolf, a 5'9" senior, 6 points a game. For the Raiders, number 15, a freshman, Gracie Shepard, 7 points, 7 rebounds. Senior Mara Smeezing, 5'4" senior. Katrina Stoller, 5'7" junior, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Next for the Wildcats, had a big tournament run so far. Janae Hoyne, 5'8" junior, averages on the season just under 11 points. Rachel Stoller, next up for the Raiders, 5'7" senior, 6 points a game. And for the Wildcats, 5'9" senior Lauren Moggs. Head coach for the Raiders, Bethany DeJarnett. And for the Wildcats, Mike Wiss in his 4th year. Dave, let's look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. We'll start with the visiting Wayne Trace Raiders.
One thing that the Raiders have got to have is a good night shooting the threes. They're at 31% on the season. I think they need to do better than that 31% figure. Inside play, they do a very good job. They've out-rebounded opponents 35-25. That's got to continue tonight here against Minster. Pressures, they had 15 turnovers in the win against Kalida. I think that number's got to go down lower for them to be successful tonight. For the Minster Wildcats, rebounding definitely a critical. They've been out-rebounded in most or many games. It's 26-23 on an average. And most of all, they've needed some scoring off the bench, which they did get in their last game from Ella Mesher, who had 12 points and 7 rebounds. Depth, Wildcats have it here tonight. They go 10 deep. The Raiders about 7 deep.
Again, those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Tip is controlled by the Wildcats, and we are underway for a trip to Columbus. St. John's Arena, shot up by Wolf, rebounded by the Raiders. Sin puts up a shot, and there'll be a charging foul as Janae Hoyne takes the charge on Miriam Sin. So the Wildcat basketball, a little full court pressure here by Wayne Trace. Usually Minster is the pressing team, not being pressed. As Smeezing dribbles, tries to get it to Ivy Wolf, she does. Man-to-man defense by the Raiders. Again, first trip ever to the regional finals for the Raiders. Ball on the floor. Eventually Mox with it to Smeezing. Wildcats 21-5, their 4th straight regional final. 3 years ago, they lost to Jackson Center. They beat Fort Laramie the last 2 years. Left-handed layup by Ivy Wolf.
Boy, nice move by Ivy Wolf. Minster fans familiar with that move. She takes it down the lane, uses the glass beautifully.
2-0 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Shot up by Shepard. Rebound Avery Wolf. Double teamed in the backcourt. Able to get it to Hoying. She tries to pass it to Ivy Wolf, and that's thrown behind her and out of bounds. A little bit of an unforced error there on Hoying. Gives it to the Raiders. Raiders have 2 girls that are cousins, last name of Sin. They have 2 Stolers that start that are sisters. And there's another sister on the bench. So we'll have a lot of Sin and Stolers tonight.
You need a genealogy chart for this one.
Yeah.
They said last year 5 Sins started for Wayne Trace.
Ball on the floor. Put up by Stoller. Rebound, and there'll be a foul before the shot on the Wildcats. As Shepard with the rebound. Check who's the foul on.
I believe that's against number 32 for the Wildcats. That's Lauren Mox.
Inbounded is Stoller to Miriam Sin. She seems to be the point guard on the team so far. To Stoller, to Sin, and she's the leading scorer at 17. Ball is partially blocked by Wolf. Ball on the floor. Will have a jump ball. Alden possession will keep it on this end. Wayne Trace 22-4. They lost 3 games in December. They've gone 16. They've won 16 of 17 since that time. Won 5 in a row. Inbounding Sin, Miriam Sin with the basket. We are tied 2-2 on the quick inbounds basket. Wolf trying to drive, has to throw it out to her cousin Avery. Avery to Janae Hoying. Down to Mox. Lauren will drive, but be called for the traveling.
Minster's second turnover here in the early going.
Full court pressure as usual by the Wildcats. Into some traffic, ball on the floor, and we will have a foul that will go against Wayne Trace. So that will go on number 10, Miriam Sin. So we'll take another look on our winners meets replay. She did a nice job of keeping the ball away. She didn't just, sometimes people just give in to the jump ball, and able to draw the foul. Quick pass, Wolf.
Boy, what a nice shot by Wolf. Just a step back and connects.
4-2 Minster. Wolf with all 4. There's Claire Sin, Division 7, the District 7 Player of the Year. Ball tipped away by Wolf and given back to Wolf now to Avery Wolf. Janae Hoying spots up for the 3. Yes, sir. Wolf with the tray. Gives a 7-2 lead, and now a steal. Hoying. And it's 9-2 Wildcats. Timeout, Wayne Trace. As the Wildcats off to a 7-point advantage. Gives us an opportunity to remind you that Grand Lakes Health presentation of high school athletics on NKTelco Sports is being brought to you by Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gem, Precision Strip, Schredeman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Schredeman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, St. Mary's Foundry, our sponsors. Our Keys to the Game sponsor, Keyhole Pizza. Replay sponsor, Winter Meats. And on our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster zooms ahead to a 9-2 lead.
That pressure defense of Minster leads to some buckets. Boy, they're 4 out of 5 from the field. Missed their first shot tonight and then hit 4 in a row.
See if the Raiders can respond. Stoller trying to drive on Schmeezing. Schmeezing, a very good defender. We'll get it to Clareson. Shot by Miriamson. Rebound by Stoller, puts it up. Doesn't fall. Wolf with a rebound. Schmeezing up ahead to Ivy Wolf. Ivy will let the three go. Yes, in and out. Called it a little too early as it rimmed out. It'll be a foul in the backcourt against Avery Wolf. Two team fouls on each one as Ella Mesher in the game at 12 points against Toledo Christian. Also number 24, Dana Pringer in the lineup for Coach Wiss. Coach Wiss, 4 years as head coach. 4 years he's taken his team to the regional finals and beyond. 99-12 in his overall record after winning over 300 games as a JV coach at Minster. Drive to the bucket, Sin loses it. Hoying comes up with it. Ivy Wolf through traffic. Picks up her dribble. Hoying back to Wolf. Avery Wolf with the three. In and out. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll go to Wayne Trace. Substitutes Miriam Sin checks back in. Placing Katie Stoller. All these players in the starting lineup are listed as guards for Wayne Trace. They don't go more than, tallest is 5'8". But the scattering board says they're a very good rebounding team, and the stats back that up. Shepard with the basketball. She's a freshman. Now Sin. Stoller. That's Katrina to the hoop, tipped away. Shot up by Clareson for the tray. Clareson, her first 3 points. She averages 17, cuts the lead to 4.
Big basket by Sin. The Raiders really needed that to stop the momentum Minster was building.
Looks like they switched to a zone. 3-ball, Wolf. Wayne Trace went to that zone, and there's a steal by Wolf. She'll give it up to Hoying. In and out and in. 14-5 Wildcats as Hoying and Wolf both with 7 points.
Minster's pressure defense just relentless here against.
And that'll be an over in the back called on Sin.
6 turnovers already for Wayne Trace, and the backcourt of Wayne Trace needs to do a much better job against this Minster pressure.
Avery Wilkes takes a seat as Mara Schmeezing back in. Again, this looks like a 1-3-1 zone. Schmeezing back to Wolf. Wolf and Hoying have all 14 points between them. Wolf fakes a three. Will drive in some traffic, triple team, and she throws it away. Good defense there. She tried to avoid the jump ball and turned it over.
It's the Wildcats' 3rd turnover so far here with 2:09 to go, and take a look at what they did against Toledo Christian. They only had 6 turnovers.
That's knocked out of bounds by Schmeezing. Raiders need to 2:06 to go here in the first quarter, find themselves down by 9. They're coming off a 25 win over Kalida, a team that beat Minster in overtime back late in the season. But right now they can't handle the pressure, and almost another steal that time by Hoying, but out of bounds. Right to the bench, right to Coach Wiss. Before he hands the ball to the ref, he puts Kate Larger into the ball game.
You know, you talk about Minster's depth. Coach Wiss, he's rotating players in and back out here already in the first quarter. And as Wolf goes out with 1:56 to go to catch a breather, Ivy Wolf that is.
Already 8 players have played for the Wildcats. Clareson will put up the 3. Larger with the rebound. Hoying will push it ahead to Schmeezing. 1:42 to go here first quarter. Minster up by 9 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Hoying setting the offense now with Wolf on the bench. Mesher to Prenger, back down to Prenger. Kicks it out, 3 by Hoying. 2 for Hoying. Hoying already in double figures.
Boy, oh boy, gets that open look, and she's got the shot down tonight. Already into with 10 points.
17-5, a very good first quarter so far for the Wildcats. Coming up in 109. Glenn with the jumper, and it's the long 2. Claire Sim with 5 of the 7 points for Wayne Trace. Hoying gives it to Schmeezing. Schmeezing back to Hoying. Hoying surveys this zone defense, trying to avoid the double team. Mesher kicks it out. Schmeezing will let the 3 go. Too strong. Rebound Raiders, and there'll be a jump ball quickly there by Hoying in the backcourt. And the possession arrow will turn it back to Minster. The Wolf Cousins will come back into the game, replacing Hoying and Schmeezing. It's Katrina, number 21, Katrina Stoller back in the game for Wayne Trace. Avery Wolf inbounding it. Mesher kicks it down to Prenger. Wave a foul before the shot. A common foul.
Foul's going to go against number 5, Katie Stoller. That's her first.
Inbounding it under the basket. This is Claire Sin, who had just left. Or no, check that. Abby Moore into the game. 5'5" freshman for the Raiders. Quick pass underneath, knocked out of bounds as they tried to get it down to Mesher. The inbound on the other side of the basket. Into the game will be Katie Stoller. She's a twin sister of number 21, Katrina Stoller. Also an older sister of Rachel Stoller, number 22. Mesher with the basketball. Mesher had 12 points against Toledo Christian. Wolf with the 3, rolls off. Rebound Wayne Trace. Sin, 14 seconds to go. Surveying the court, gives it up. Shot up by Moore, that goes well short. That'll go out of bounds right in front of our table, and it'll be Minster basketball with 5.1 seconds to go. Wolf will inbound it to Wolf. Ivy will put up a long shot off the mark, but a good quarter of basketball for the Minster Wildcats on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster 17, Wayne Trace 7. We're back with quarter number 2 here on NKTelco Sports.
Hey Minster, this is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gershner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with Hometown Pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back. Quarter number 2 ahead in this regional final action on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster with a 10-point lead.
Boy, and what a great performance by Ivy Wolf and Janae Hoying. Hoying with 10, Wolf with 7. But you know, really, the pressure defense that Minster does really is what was the critical element of that quarter, at least I think so, because Wayne Trace had 6 turnovers, and boy, there was some good looks at the basket because of those turnovers.
Shot out by Katrina Stoller. Sin with the rebound, puts up a shot. That's short. Mesher with the rebound to Wolf. All the way ahead to Avery Wolf. Jumper rolls off. Rebound by Moore. Abby Moore with the basketball. Give it up to Miriam Sin. She's guarded by Hoying. Shot up. Katrina Stoller with the tray. Stoller spots up on the tray, cuts the lead to 7. Hoying gives it up to Mesher to Wolf. Wayne Trace stays in that 1-3-1 zone. Hoying all the way over to Wolf. Wolf did a nice job of catching that from going out of bounds. Mesher shot up, that's short. Wayne Trace on the attack. Sin up ahead and in by Shepard. A 5-0 run by Wayne Trace. 17-12 in our first National Bank score. Mox short on the jumper. Ball on the floor. Mesher comes up with it, but she's on the end line. It'll be Wayne Trace ball. So a little bit of a quick start so far by the Raiders here in the quarter, Dave.
Yeah, the Raiders just trying to get back into it, and you know, you got to believe a little bit that they're going to settle down just a little bit here in the second quarter and get more in the style of play that they like.
Hoying steals it. Ball round. Mox trying to keep it alive, and that will eventually be a jump ball. Minster players were trying to avoid the jump ball, and they weren't settling for the jump ball, and they kept it away for a long time.
Yeah, just a scramble for the basketball. And you know, I really, as you look at this game, the depth of Minster, we've said it once before, but they're bringing in so many different players, and I think that's going to be a big factor as we move along in this, especially in this quarter.
And also Wolf and Hoying's been able to get a breather already as well. That's unusual for your better players, as that goes off of Wolf's foot. Now back to Wolf underneath. Hoying to Smees, and they work it around. Jumper by Mox. Big jumper by Lauren Mox.
Nice shot by Lauren.
Moore open for the tray. In and out. Rebound by Wayne Trace. There's going to be a foul on Mox, and that will be her second. Wayne Trace seems like they've had more than their share of offensive rebounds so far. Haven't converted a lot of them as Shepard checks back in, as well as Prenger will send Mox to the bench.
You take a look at rebounds on the season. Wayne Trace 35-25 on the year, out rebounding their opponents. So they're used to having their average.
And they're a small team. They're short. Tallest one is 5'8". Shepard with the and one. As that ball was tipped around with a couple different players. And Gracie Shepard, a nice inside player. A replay here.
Big, tall, strong, takes it to the hoop. And made the basket, and will go to the line for a three-point play.
Too strong. Battle for the rebound as Stoller stepped out of bounds before she saved it. It's the lead at 5 with 5:22 to go here before halftime. Minster had a 17-7 lead after the first quarter. Hoying gives it up to Wolf. Wolf all the way over to Schmeezing. Hoying. Back to Wolf. Step back shot. In and out and rolls back in.
Boy, she's got a great step back shot, doesn't she, Dave?
She's got about all the moves in the books. And there's the steal by Hoying. Up ahead. Wolf. Contact, no foul. Jump ball on the rebound. That will go to Wayne Trace. So Minster got the steal, not able to convert on the layup. So it'll go to Wayne Trace. You know, it's the press of Minster. It's also the double teams that they've had in the half court's been very effective as well.
Yeah, it's just amazing to watch them work on defense.
Defense has always been a staple under Coach Wiss, and long before that under Coach Steckschulte. Ball on the floor, another jump ball, and this will turn it over to Minster. 4:30 to go before halftime, 21-14. Winner of this game will play at St. John's Arena. That's new this year, new venue. They go back to St. John's.
Go back to the new old venue.
There you go. The Minster team won a state championship in 1998 at St. John's. Three-pointer off the mark is Avery Wolf. Shot up by Schmeezing. Hoying comes up with it, and there is a foul on Wayne Trace. That 98 team was coached as the first state championship for Minster. Lauren Schenk was the star player on that team, along with Retta Papari, a transfer student. I believe they beat Hopewell Loudon in overtime that year. Mesher kicks it out. Hoying will try another three. That is short. Ball on the floor. Another battle for a rebound, and another jump ball will turn it over the other way. 4:05 to go before halftime. Minster, of course, with 4 state championships in 98, 04, and then the last 2 years, 2018 through 2019. Also made it to the semis states in 2010. A reach-in foul, this time on Hoying.
Hoying picks up her first foul as Wildcats had that double team going there.
These two teams' offenses average is pretty similar. 54 for Wayne Trace, 53 for Minster. Minster's been in the 50s all of their tournament games so far. Hoying almost with another steal. Stoller drives baseline over to her younger sister, Rachel Stoller. Now Sin. Sin's been matched up with Wolf. And there'll be an illegal screen on Wayne Trace. That'll be on number 15, Gracie Shepard, her second. So her and Miriam Sin both with 2 fouls. .330 to go, a 7-point lead for the Wildcats. Schmeezing will dribble and hand it over to Wolf. Wolf back to Wolf, Hoying in the corner. And Wayne Trace has played this zone for much of the first half. Turn around, Avery Wolf. Rattles it home, lead to 9.
That's Wolf's first basket of the night after 3 misses.
And there's a steal by Hoying. Should say another steal by Hoying. She's had a whole bunch of them. Ball will go out of bounds off of Hoying. Good defensive play that time by Rachel Stoller. So turnover for turnover, and Wayne Trace down by 9 with 2:50 to go. Claire Sin being matched up by Ivy Wolf. 2 leading scorers on both teams. 17 points for Sin, 19 points for Wolf. Having trouble against Wolf. Hands it off. Shot up by Miriam Sin. Rebound by Moore, rattles out. And they tried to get a jump ball, but it'd be called a foul instead. Foul number 22, Rachel Stoller. That's the 16th foul on Wayne Trace, 5 on Minster. 2:24 to go. Minster with the ball on a 9-point lead. Mesher thought about it. Wolf finds Mesher wide open for the layup.
Great assist there by Ivy Wolf.
Sin will have to give it to Stoller. Rachel Stoller with the basketball. Under 2 minutes to go. Double-digit lead, 11 points now by Minster. Sin gives it up to Moore. Katrina Stoller drives to the basket, left-handed shot. Nice rebound by Schmeezing. Fast break ahead to Wolf. She'll have to dribble back out with 1:30. Hoying's open for the three, and she converts.
That's her third three of the night. She's got 13, and that's going to force Wayne Trace into a timeout.
Full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching girls tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Plygem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products, and the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sydney, Ohio. Plygem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
1:23 to go. Minster with a 14-point lead, led by Janae Hoying.
Yeah, Janae, 5 out of 7 from the field here tonight in the first half. Has hit 3 threes, 32% from the three-point range on the season, but tonight, 3 out of 5.
Sin drives, but she travels.
That's the 11th turnover here in the first half for Wayne Trace.
It's not unusual for a team playing this Minster defense to have those double-digit turnovers in the first half. Mesher gives it to Wolf. Avery looking for a teammate. Gives it up to Ivy. Nice drive to the basket. Draws the foul.
Ivy Wolf had the move. Another basket, and Wayne Trace just simply had to foul her. That one goes against Katie Stoller. Take a look at it again. Beats her defender to the basket, and Stoller comes over just to stop her.
Ivy hits the first. Two-time MAC Player of the Year.
88% at the free throw line, so that's a pretty good stat to have as well.
That's #1 in the MAC, as well as scoring and steals. She leads the MAC as well.
Yeah, I was looking at the steal stats. I think 122 steals on the season.
Katrina Stoller with a nice layup. She has that many steals as she was first in the MAC, and Hoying was right behind her in steals. So
those are incredible stats. And then you throw in 93 assists.
Down to 30 seconds. Hoying drives to the basket. She has 15. And the Wildcats with a 16-point lead.
Well, what do you do if you're Wayne Trace? You got to go out and pick her up, so then she beats you to the basket.
Down to 18 seconds. All the way over, they work at the top of the key to Stoller. Rachel Stoller, it's tipped away. Up ahead, Ivy Wolf for the layup. 2 seconds, 1 second. Great half of basketball for the Minster Wildcats. On our First National Bank scoreboard, the Wildcats 34, Wayne Trace 16. We'll come back with our first half stats when we return on NKTelco Sports.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at Cargill.com.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Welcome back to halftime at Elida Fieldhouse for Grand Lake Health presentation of this regional final on NKTelco Sports. Minster with a 18-point lead over Wayne Trace, 34-16. With the first half numbers, Mr. Dave Helmstetter.
Hey, take a look at the numbers, and they certainly, you can see why Minster's up 34-6. From the field, Wayne Trace only 6 out of 20 and only 1 out of 7 from three-point range. Only 1 free throw attempt. Minster out rebounds them 11-9, but look at that big turnover difference in this one. 12 turnovers for Wayne Trace. Minster shooting a nice 14 out of 26 from the field. 4 out of 11 from behind the arc and hit both of their free throws. Nice solid half for Minster, taking advantage of all the turnovers and just the more aggressive team here so far. As you look at the individual scoring, and boy, the combination that the Wildcats have going for them is pretty dynamic. Janae Hoying's got 15 points, 6 out of 8 from the field. Ivy Wolf, she's already got 13 points, 5 out of 9 from the field. Avery Wolf with another bucket, Lauren Mox with 2, and Ella Mesher off the bench for 2 for the total of 34 for the Wildcats. On the other hand, Minster's done a nice job on Claire Sin. She only has 5 points in the first half. Katrina Staller only has 5 as well. Gracie Shepard 4 and Marion Sin 2 to round up the scoring for the Wayne Trace Raiders.
So the Minster basketball to start off the second half. It's like the same 5 starters that started the game. Wolf, Schmeezing, Hoying, and Mox. Mox with the basketball. She was out a fair amount with 2 fouls. Schmeezing, double pump, and hit the tray.
Wide open, and Mara connects on her first shot of the night. 1 out of 3 from the field, but boy, that makes it a big 21-point Minster lead.
Schmeezing missed all of last year with a shoulder injury. Back for her senior year, and said made some good contributions, especially down the tournament trail. She has 5, and that goes out of bounds. It will be Minster basketball.
Another turnover. We talked about those just a moment or two ago, and now Wayne Trace now with 13. They just have got to eliminate the turnovers somehow.
Hoying on the attack here between her and Wolf, running the point most of the time. Wolf step back 3. And another 3.
Isn't that a pretty sight?
Yes.
That step back shot is just beautiful.
You can't defend it.
No, that's tough.
And if you defend it real close, she'll drive right by you.
She's got 15 points on the night and 6 out of 10 from the field.
40-16. Minster's been in the 50s in all of their tournament games. It was a nice pass to Sin, but she wasn't able to finish. That was Miriam Sin.
A little bit too far underneath the basket, but Raiders really had a good look that time.
Coach Wish shouting instructions, even though his team's up by 24. And that time Wolf posts up her defender.
We go from one extreme to the other. She posts up and gets the basket, Dave. Now with 17 points on the night.
She has really, that's what she's really added to her game, was that post-up move that she did right there. As if she needed to add anything to her game.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, 7-0 run.
Stoller will stop the run. Katrina Stoller. That was 7 points to lead the Raiders.
Yeah, Katrina leads the Raiders in scoring with 7.
Minster, I believe, 3 of 3 so far in this quarter.
They are.
Make it 4-4.
Wolf, 4 out of 4. Wolf has 6 of the 9 points for the Wildcats here.
Drive to the hoop, and they'll call a travel. 44-18. While we have a minute, we'd like to congratulate the Anna Rockets. The Lady Rockets are going to state. They won a close one by 1 on 2 free throws at the end of the game by Ella Dosick with something like 1.6 to go. So congratulations to the Lady Rockets. First trip to state since that juggernaut back in 2013 and 15. They won state. Wolf will drive, put up a shot, and roll it in.
Avery Wolf with her second basket of the night. Boy, she made a nice move down the lane, went up strong, and you can take a look at this one again. She sees the opening. The Raiders come over to converge, but in the process they foul her. She gets the roll and she'll go to the line. And Avery, 76% free throw shooter.
First shot missed in the second half there on the free throw by the Wildcats. 46-18 against Wayne Trace. And there's a jump ball, I believe, is what they're going to call again. And that will stay on the Wayne Trace side. Wayne Trace, coached by Bethany Gennardet. She's been there about 7 or 8 years. First trip to the regional finals, and they had a big win over Kalida by 25. Abby Moore with the tray. Wolf will all the way ahead to her cousin Avery, who's fouled. Two refs are going to converge here. I don't know if they saw it 2 different ways here to what they want to call.
Our officials tonight, Molly Moore, Joshua Felix, and Jeff Ressler, and they've done a nice job.
Yeah, they've been very consistent, right on top, and this is a good piece of officiating as they're making sure. I don't know if they're. It's on Abby Moore. I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if it was who fouled it or what it was. Coach Gennardet wants to have an explanation, and one of the refs goes over there. That's, again, very good refereeing going on here. Explaining what was going on. There's a shot off the mark. So we'll take another look here on our replay. Here's the pass ahead.
And Wolf takes it in. Looks like a foul. Number 5, a simple foul by Stoller.
47-18 as Avery Wolf hits the second. She now with 5 to match her uniform number. Miriam Sin to Claire Sin. And that's stolen away. Hoying to the basket. Pull up. Another made basket for the Wildcats.
Janae Hoying, boy, she's got a nice pull-up jump shot too. And Wildcats really using a lot of their game tonight with it's just a commanding lead right now.
Hoying with 17 points the last 4 games in tournament, starting at district. 18 against Marion, 16 against New Knoxville, and 12 against Toledo Christian. And that'll make that man, Coach Mike Wiss, very happy. Spin move, Stoller. Will be a foul on the play. Foul against Hoying.
Katrina Stoller will go to the free throw line. 65% free throw shooter coming into tonight's game. 41 out of 63%.
In and out there. It's a team that shoots 62%. It's Mesher and Prenger come in for Schmeezing and Mox. Winner of this game, we talked about, played at St. John's. They play the winner of Portsmouth, Notre Dame, who's ranked number 2 at state, and Beverly Fort Fry. They are playing at Pickering High School as we speak. Another one of those regional finals. Fort Laramie girls, last score we had, were up by 10. If they would win, they would play the game right before Minster. Right now, Minster commanding 30-point lead. Pull-up jumper by Wolf, and she is fouled.
Wolf's kind of grinning there. She took the shot. She hasn't missed much tonight, so something's got to affect when she shoots, you know, so it just about has to be a foul.
Tonight is her 14th game of the season with 20 points or more. She had a rare miss there. She set the school record with 36 against New Bremen. That broke Lauren Shank's record, and of course she also went over 1,000 points around that time, and she misses both of them.
That's probably very much a rarity.
Scrum for the rebound. Wolf gets it back to Dana Pranger. Hoying, another basket.
Today Hoying's got 19.
I don't think Minster has missed on a field goal attempt that they weren't fouled this half, have they? And there's a shot by Stoller off the glass and in. That's a whole bunch in a row so far for the Wildcats.
That's 7 in a row right now here in the third quarter. The only problem they've had is at the free throw line.
Make it 8. Dana Pranger's in the scorebook. Give the assist to Hoying. 53-21. Katrina Stoller. There's a 3 by Sin, Claire Sin. You can tell when she gets open, she has a nice shot. She now has 8. Lob all the way, a little bit of mix-up between Mesher and Wolf, and they'll correct that. It's Kate Larger coming to the ball game, replacing Avery Wolf. One of the advantages Minster had was their schedule. Very tough schedule in the MAC. They've played 5 teams that are in the regionals, made it to regionals. 2 of them are already at state, that being Anna and Dayton Carroll. Another steal and another layup by Hoying. Hoying now over 20.
9 straight. Streak stays alive. It's hard to mount comebacks against teams that shoot 9 for 9
yeah,
in the third quarter.
This is a good Wayne Trace team, but they've run into a buzzsaw tonight. Stoller shot off the mark. Ball is tipped around. Katrina Stoller now with 12 points as she rolls one in.
She's been the offense really for Wayne Trace so far tonight.
Hoying with a season high 21. Breaks her previous season high of 19 as that goes out of bounds. Hoying the 17th time she's in double figures. She had her high of 19 against Jackson Center and also against Coldwater this season, but now with 21 in a good place. Good time to get your season high, Dave.
Oh, it is. Regional finals, not a bad time at all.
Jana Huker just checks in. We're up to 10.
Boy, they're all hot.
10 for 10. And 58-26. Stoller with the drive. Pranger with the rebound. Jenna Euchre gives it to Wolf. 1:18 to go, third quarter. Mesher making 11 in a row. 11 for 11 on their field goal shooting this quarter.
That's pretty amazing.
They've already scored 26 points this quarter after scoring 17 the other 2 quarters, which are pretty good.
That's not bad, no.
17 is pretty good.
17 is pretty good.
Down to a minute to go. Stoller. Larger with the rebound. Euchre again.
Oh my.
Jenna Euchre with back-to-back trays.
Well, she was 1 for 2 in threes coming into tonight's game.
She's now shooting it at 75% on the season.
Wow.
Katrina Stoller with another basket. Ivy would say, let's slow it down here. See if we can end with a perfect quarter. Wolf to Masher. Off the mark. First miss of the quarter comes with as the buzzer sounds.
And that was a good look, too.
The Minster Wildcats rolling here in the regional finals on our first National Bank scoreboard. Wildcats 63, Wayne Trace 28. We'll be back with the fourth quarter on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
As we go to the fourth quarter of Grand Lake Health's presentation of NKTelco Sports, we now have a running clock as Minster's up by 35.
And, you know, that's what happens when you shoot, 12 out of 13 in the third quarter. Minster did 26 points on the board. And like we noted, the last shot of the quarter is the only miss that they had. They start the half with 12 straight shots. That's just an unbelievable performance. And see number 22 Mason Pohl also into the lineup for Minster.
Pohl with the basketball. Gives it up to Hoying. Euchers hit 2 threes in a row off the bench. To Pranger, to Pohl. Larger drives. Gives it up to Euchre. Coach Hoying, or Coach Wiss still coaching as there will be a foul.
A reach there by Rachel Stoller.
And the clock keeps moving.
It's Stoller's third foul.
Minster looking to do their 6th appearance at state, their 3rd in a row. Last couple years they were pretty well favored, thought to go to state. This year, I don't say it's a huge surprise. There's a lot of talent there, but it wasn't a definite. They lost 7 seniors off a very good team last year.
And you really hit it there, Dave. That's something that people forget. They lost 7 seniors. And to be in a position now to be headed towards the state tournament, that's an amazing accomplishment. A credit to the program, a credit to the depth of the entire Minster program.
Rachel Stoller with a basket. And all those included Courtney Pranger, Damaris Wolf. All the inside players were all gone. The only ones back were Hoying, Ivy Wolf, and Avery Wolf, who played a little. Those are the only letter winners back. But if you're going to have somebody back, have the guards back. And Hoying and Wolf have been big, especially down this tournament run. It's larger to Euchre. And she will travel.
It's only Minster's 2nd turnover here in the second half, and we've got 7 overall for the game.
Hoying will come in for larger, Schmeezing as well. I should say Wolf in for larger, Schmeezing and Wolf. As this clock keeps moving at 5:28, a running clock when you get 35, and it has to get below 30, I believe, before they make it a normal clock again. Miriam Sin gives it up to Shepard. Claire Sin tipped away, and there's Hoying. One thing we don't keep is individual steals or even team steals, but boy, there'd be a whole bunch of them, especially Hoying has had a bunch of them.
Yeah, you look at that and the aggressive defense and that steal factor. You know, when you look at Minster's steals on the season, I think I saw that Wolf had 111 of them. That's a lot of steals over the course of time.
In and out by Katrina Stoller. Wolf with the basketball. She has 20. Hoying with 21. Spin move, and that will go out of bounds and stay with the Wildcats. Helped to her feet with a smile by her fellow classmate Pohl as we get another look here. Through some traffic, knocked to the floor, but gets up. It's Pohl. Wolf will try the tray. Rebound, Stoller. Stoller drives to the hoop, and she travels before the shot. And the Wayne Trace Raiders from the Green Meadows Conference. Undefeated in the league. And just haven't been able to get on track against a rolling Minster Wildcat team.
Is it time for my trivia question?
What's the trivia question?
What are the 3 communities that make up Wayne Trace?
You told me a little bit earlier. Go ahead.
Well, it's Grover Hill, Payne, and Scott, I do believe. What was the name of the school before the consolidation? That's even better. I love the name.
What's the name?
Blue Creek.
Blue Creek School.
And now everybody that listens to NKTelco Sports and Wayne Trace are going to be saying Dave's all wrong.
They are. They're in Paulding County, right along 127.
Paulding County, absolutely.
Right along 127. I've been there a couple times for games through the years. First ever these two schools have played each other, I think in boys or girls, definitely in girls. So that shot's off the mark, and we're under 3 minutes to go. Coach Hoying's only strategy right now is how to get everybody in the lineup. We're under 3 minutes to go. Coach Mike Wiss will be winning his 100th victory tonight as a head varsity coach at Minster. In and out shot by Hoying. 100, what's the record, Dave? I think 112?
112.
That's 100 wins, 12 losses in just 4 years. Amazing. As we have Mason Pohl returning, also Kyra and Bryn Oldegas. As the 3 seniors leave, Mox, Schmeezing, and Wolf, and they get a big hug from Coach West. Under 2 minutes to go. Miriam Sin, the Wildcats will play at 8 o'clock against the winner of Portsmouth, Notre Dame, and Beverly Fort Fry. If Fort Laramie hangs on, they would play the game before it at St. John's Arena. Shot off the mark, Mason Pohl with the rebound down to 138. More substitutions for the Wildcats as Wolf and Hoying will leave. 41 points between those two juniors. They will go to the bench. Hugs all around. We're going back to state, they're saying. Times it wasn't such a sure thing as it is right now. A good season, but had a lot of battles, a tough schedule, and they were the 3rd seed in their district behind Fort Recovery was number 1. Marion was number 2 against 2 teams that beat them during the regular season.
Well, that's what makes like the district finals even more remarkable. The 2 MAC co-champions did not make it to the district finals or to the regional, obviously.
Good point. Jaden Clooney with a long 2. Jaden Clooney's on the board. 65-30. There's a long 3. Down to 22 seconds. Wildcat fans are about to erupt along with the bench as the clock keeps running. Down to 14 seconds, 13 seconds. Fans on their feet. Has been an absolute dominant performance by the Minster Wildcats as the Minster Wildcats are going back to state. As you see the team at midcourt. Hugs all around. On the First National Bank scoreboard, 65-30, the Wildcats dominate Wayne Trace. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with the award ceremony here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
As you see, the Minster Wildcats, the 3 seniors, hold up the regional championship as they defeat the Wayne Trace Raiders 65-30. The whole team comes around, they face their fans, and they will be going back to state for the 3rd straight year, 6th time overall. Though you see there, they'll play Portsmouth Notre Dame. 8 o'clock on Thursday night at St. John's Arena. Right now, they don't care who they play. They're just happy they will be playing at state once again. They are now 22-5 on the season as they just dominated the Wayne Trace Raiders. Score by quarters. It was 17-7 after one, 34-16 at halftime. And then they put on an absolute clinic in the 3rd quarter, hit their first 12 shots, ended up on 12 and 13. They won 16-3-28. We had a running clock in the 4th quarter, just 2 points scored by both teams. Minster, final score, 65-30 over Wayne Trace. As you see, Lauren Mox addressing the team. You see Mara Schmeezing. 3 seniors have led this team, along with a lot of talented underclassmen. See Coach Wiss talking to Ivy Wolf. See youngest daughter, Allie Wiss, coached next to Coach Wiss. Now he's talking to Janae Hoying. And now they will start the always fun ceremony, cutting down the nets. Very happy moment right now. Allie and her dad, and the seniors will start us off. Lauren Mox. These 3 seniors worked themselves into the starting lineup, and towards the end of the season, Coach Wolf went with them, and they seem like they're really gelled down the tournament trail. Again, their tournament trail, they beat Parkway 57-23. They defeated Marion Local 54-44, defeated New Knoxville 54-45, Toledo Christian 58-50, and tonight they defeat a good Wayne Trace squad 65-30 as Mara Schmeez in the next one on the net. Minster fans have seen this ceremony a lot. The 6th trip to state, 3rd in a row by the Wildcats. It's the 4th trip to the regional finals. 3 years ago, disappointment. Jackson Center upset them. in the regional finals. In the next 2 years, Minster defeated Fort Laramie 2 years in a row, and now this year they went north to Elida and defeated Wayne Trace. Now the third senior will be next ahead, as Avery Wolf will continue to go.
Taking a look at the stats for tonight's game, running clock creates a little bit of unusual happenings, but you look at Minster's game, they were 27 out of 42 from the field. Just a great job in that 12 out of 13 third quarter, just ran us right into that running clock. When you hit 12 out of 13 and score 26 points, outscore your opponent 26-12, that opens up some big gaps. At the free throw line, Wildcats 2 out of 6. They out-rebound Wayne Trace 20-14. Another thing, you look at the turnovers for tonight's game, and Wayne Trace had 18 turnovers. The Wildcats only 7 here tonight. From the field, Wayne Trace was 13 out of 37, 3 out of 13 from the field, and 1 out of 2 at the line, or 1 out of 3 rather at the free throw line. But boy, you look at those turnovers, 18. They averaged 14 on the season, and they had 18 tonight. And boy, like I said, it just pushed us right into that running clock scenario. But you know, when you look at the individual scoring, you know, Katrina Stoller led Wayne Trace with 13, but Claire Sin, I had her only with 8 points tonight, and that's a credit to Minster's defense. They held an potentially all Ohio performer, you know, in check in tonight's game. And you know, for Minster, you go on the other hand, and you got Janae Hoying with 21, Ivy Wolf with 20, and just some outstanding offensive efforts on that part by the Wildcats, who really got scoring from everybody.
Dana Prenger getting her souvenir here, as a lot of the juniors making their cutting down their net here as Mason pull the next one up. And yeah, it's really, you know, offense, as Coach Wiss and also Coach Nancy said for years, you know, offensive win games, defensive win championships. And defensively, the whole game, they controlled the offense for Wayne Trace.
Yeah, you know, 16 points and a half for Wayne Trace. I'm sure that that's not what they anticipated, but they played the Minster game and the Wildcats. And then you come out in the second half and you say, okay, well, let's try and cut into this lead, and the team goes out and hits 12 out of 13. Well, hit the first 12 shots. They didn't miss until the last one in the final seconds of that third quarter. So the Wildcats just, you know, making one heck of a run. But I know they take it one game at a time, but in the back of everybody's minds, don't you think, Dave, that another Minster-Fort Laramie rematch is a little motivation for some folks?
I would say so. Right now I see Fort Laramie just ahead by 5 at this point in their regional game that's going on. But, oh, yeah, this is several people have asked me the last couple weeks, if they keep winning, when would they play Fort Laramie? And it would be at the state final level is what it would be. They played each other very early in the season.
Yeah, the second game of the year back in, what, November 23rd, 47-19, a Fort Laramie victory. So, you know, you got to believe that that has to be on the back of a few folks' mind.
Yeah, and a little bit of background on that. That was, I believe it was Fort Laramie's first game. Minster played a very good Walpock team the night before. And so you're wore down from one night game, and then you play Fort Laramie with all that trapping defense. And, of course, Fort Laramie's beat a lot of teams by that this year. And they, you know, they'd love to see the rematch. Both schools would love to see the rematch. They met the last 2 years in the regional finals. They've never met at the finals. Zella Mesher starts the sophomores to cut down the net. In 2010, both schools were at state, but unfortunately both teams lost that year. So we'll see what happens here, as hopefully Fort Laramie can advance as well. And it would be great to have another NKTelco team there, as well as we have the Anna Rockets there as well for the Wildcats.
Exciting times for girls basketball in the NKTelco sports area, that's for sure. Anna, like you talked about, Ella, the point guard for
Ella Dosick.
Ella Dosick, that's right. Ella Dosick, we saw her the other night, but she was just spectacular. She had 20 points in the game that we had on the air and led the team to a win over Versailles. And the Rockets look pretty good too, but this is going to be an interesting as the tournament trail continues. And what an accomplishment by Mike Wiss. You really, 100 wins. And he reaches that milestone of 100 wins against only 12 losses. That's just phenomenal.
Yeah, his seasons have gone like this: 24-3, his first season. He only made it to regional finals that year. 26-3, state champion. 28-1, state champion. And now, right now, 22-5 and going to state. I mean, quite an unbelievable run by Coach Wiss, who had won over 300 wins as JV coach under Nan Steckschulte, who, by the way, won 2 state championships and went to state a 3rd time as well. And, her, Nan, and Coach Wiss and Duff Hemmelgarn, those 3 have been Minster girls basketball coaching staff for a long time.
Yeah, and what a combination of experienced coaching that Minster does have. And tonight, I know one of the concerns they lose the 7 seniors. They're worried about developing, they've got Ivy Wolf and Janae Hoing back, and they've got some good players back. Cupboard certainly is far from bare, but you still have to develop some players off that bench and round out the starters as well to reach the regional championship game and to make the state tournament. And as you could see through the tournament trail, the Wildcats are certainly doing that. And tonight was a great example. A lot of young kids off the bench getting some valuable experience here late in the game.
Yeah, and a lot of them playing good defense as well. Coach Wiss just adding on to that. 3rd time he's taken the girls basketball to state. That's on top of 3 state championships that he's had, as well as another state appearance in boys baseball. So I doubt if there's any other coach with that much success here. While we got a minute, let's bring in our player of the game. And we could have had co-players of the game, and really the whole team, but we went with number 13, Janae Hoing.
Yeah, Janae Hoing she had 21 points on the night. Just seemed to be hitting great steals, good defense, and then hitting a lot of big shots, especially during that early run for the Minster Wildcats. Janae had 15 of those points in the first half. She went back and she hit her first 4 shots of the game. You forget that they started on quite a roll at the beginning to get that edge over Wayne Trace. And Janae hit, like we said, 4 out of her first 4 shots in the first quarter. First half, she was 6 out of 8. And, I look at this, 6 out of 8, 9 out of 11. She was 9 out of 12 from the field. So
congratulations, Janae. You see her number 13 there. She's one of 15 happy Minster players tonight as well. The whole Minster community as they go back to state. Congratulations to the Minster Wildcats. We're going to wrap it up from here. We'd like to thank our NKTelco sports crew. Director tonight, Bryce Hamrick. On camera, Jeff Henshin, Kurt Kuffner. My partner tonight, Dave Helmstetter. I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching, and good luck at state to the Minster Wildcats.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos system takes the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.